ball east into the field, and Ardmore will also have the option in the second half.
Well, there you have it. As the Redskins of Capitol Hill win the toss, we'll come back and have the opening kickoff for you. As the spirit lines are forming, the national anthem, they'll get ready to play that here in a moment. And we'll be back with the opening kickoff after this. It's Ardmore Tiger football on Thursday night on 95.7 KKAJ. Spiegel Stadium. Terry Long with Billy Wallace and David Polk as we get ready for action here at the Chesapeake Energy pregame show. We appreciated you joining us, and both teams getting ready to take the field, and that's going to conclude the pregame show. We're ready for the kickoff. The Capitol Hill Redskins won the toss. They've elected to kick off, and they will kick to the Tigers. Back deep, it'll be Jermaine Gresham. And it looks like
you picked out the easy guy to
Dante
identify
Moore
there.
going back as well. And yeah, the 6'10"
Mutton
guy.
Jeff back deep for the Tigers.
And I'm not sure.
I
who
tell you
that
what,
is,
guys, I counted 25 players for Capitol Hill.
Got about 40 on the roster, but obviously some problems there. As we get ready to get underway, kicking for the Redskins will be Jose Charez, number 56, the senior. As he kicks, nice kick, it goes deep. It's picked up by Gresham at the 5, gets to the 10, 15 to the 20, 25, straight up the middle, up to the 30-yard line, almost to the 38-yard lines where they'll mark it, and that'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Guy on the tackle, Jack Clark, a freshman for Capitol Hill. Got a taste of Jermaine Gresham early there, about kneecap level.
Jermaine helped him up afterwards.
And that is the 35-yard line, and we might mention to those at home there are not any yard markers, so bear with us tonight.
Some very faded yard lines. And it's going to be hard on the referees and us. Shotgun formation. Drew McAdoo's back there. He's got one back to his right side, one offset on the left side. Strong left. McAdoo throws out into the flat to Gresham over the right side to the 45, 50 up to midfield, where he's driven out of bounds at about the 47-yard line in Capitol Hill Redskin territory.
Seth Howell in coverage that time gave Jermaine about a 10-yard cushion there, so that was an easy throw and catch for Jermaine, and Seth came up to help on that tackle, but they're going to bump him out of bounds, pick up the first down.
As the Tigers, Justin Day heads off the field. It's going to be Dante Miller and Jermaine Gresham to the left side. Gresham will be in the slot, I formation. McAdoo under center. 5-man front for the Capitol Hill Redskins. They hand off to the second man through. That's Jimmy Colbert. He gets up to the 42, 41-yard line before he's brought down.
And Jimmy Colbert's a guy had a good game last week versus Chickasha. Had just under 100 yards, actually outrushed Troy Maloney. We'd heard so much about Maloney, and Jimmy Colbert had more rushing yards at the end of that game.
Actually, Jimmy's had a good game the last 2 or 3 games for the Tigers as the running game has really come along. Shotgun formation, offset on both sides by the backs. 3 receivers out, 2 left, 1 right. McAdoo back to pass, long pass down the right side. High up in the air. Gresham, the intended receiver. Nice defensive play there by Seth Howell as he was with him step for step. It would have been about a 30-yard completion, but it was knocked down, incomplete, and that'll make it 3rd down and 5.
And that was a perfect pass there as it really hit Gresham right in the hands. Just good coverage back there as number 15, Seth Howell, just got back there and kind of interfered with the vision that time for Gresham, but McAdoo had all day to throw the football. Had a great ball game up here against Southeast when he had some time to throw. He can really be accurate with that football.
As they Tigers will continue to roll down the field. It'll be 3 receivers out, 2 left, 1 to the right. That's Gresham. I formation, McAdoo under center. Dante Miller in the slot. They'll hand off to Colbert over the right side. He'll put his head down and barrel his way forward up to the 37-yard line. It'll be right at the first down marker. Let's send it down to the Button sideline. David Polk, his thoughts on whether they made it or not.
I think they're going to be just a little short, maybe a yard or so short of that, so it'll be 4th down.
And you are correct as they switch the down marker. And the band gets a little loud tonight. We're sorry about that. They're right underneath the broadcast booth. And the crowd mic. So. Strong left side, 2 receivers out to the far right side. Nobody on the near side, I formation. They'll hand off to Colbert. He's going to get stacked up in the backfield as the Redskin defense shoots the gap and makes a nice tackle. It'll be a loss of 3 all the way back to the 47-yard line. And it'll be turnover on downs. The Redskins will take over 1st and 10.
That was Donnell Crutchfield, and you'd have to call him an upperclassman. He's a junior. I see a lot of freshmen and sophomores listed for Capitol Hill, but that guy's a junior, and he's just anticipating the play. Guessed right, going to the right and the left for the ball carrier, Colbert. Good big defensive stand there for Capitol Hill on the first possession for the Tigers.
9:58 in the first quarter of play is no score. We're just underway. The Tigers unable to move the football, moved it a little bit, and then turned the ball over on downs here on their first possession. Kind of a pro set formation. They hand off to the second man out. Marquise Moore, the quarterback. I'm trying to see who the ball carrier was. Number 99, that's Tyler Greenlee.
And that's something you don't see every day. 99 in the backfield with the carry.
No gain as he gets back to the line of scrimmage only.
And the reason was, Terry, 99 ran into 88 for Ardmore. Brian Booker stuffed that one up, got a lot of help in the middle.
Kind of a little misdirection off the pro set there as they cut across. Marquise Moore under center. Takes the snap, keeps it, tries to go up on the left side on a little draw. He'll gain a yard, maybe 2. They'll mark it at the 49-yard line. It'll be second, make it a 3-yard gain. 2nd down and 7, or 3rd down and 7, I'm sorry.
Boy, running game, Ardmore played well against that Chickasha potent running attack, and they've started off well here as they've only given up a couple of yards on the first 2 plays.
It really is interesting to look and see the difference in these schools as the Ardmore sideline packed with people from about the 25 to the 25, and Capitol Redskins with only a few people here, barely taking up 10 yards. Pass down the right side, missed communication between the quarterback and the intended receiver. Number 32, Antoine Anderson, makes his way over to the catch on a little out pattern, but the wide receiver was on a post pattern straight down the middle of the field.
Yeah, it looked like the quarterback was expecting an out and the wide receiver was expecting a post, and that won't work. Brings up a 4th and long in a punting situation. The first punt of the night, and this one belongs to Capitol Hill.
Punting for the Redskins, it looks like number 56, Jose Charez. The snap hits the ground. There's a flag on the play, and Justin Day drops fumbles the punt return, but there is a flag back here at the deal. So there's flags, another flag. Let's send it down to David Polk, the Button sideline report, and his thoughts on the flags.
Well, I'm trying to see the official because I really couldn't see anything that they did down here. There were flags from both sides of the line of scrimmage. So, it looks like we've got a participation thing on the right-hand side of the field.
Illegal participation is one of the calls. There's another flag further down at midfield.
Both of
nice photo to share.
Sprint PCS. Now that's better.
Sprint PCS picture mail is available on Sprint PCS.
That they will have to back it up and do it again, so the fumble is negated. And Justin Day, who called for the fair catch, just went right through his hands. And the coverage was there, and they were able to, the Redskins had recovered. So they'll have to kick it again.
And the thing to remember, this is an east and west field, and there's a pretty good southerly breeze out there, so it's probably going to do some strange things with that football, not to mention the damp conditions. So that's a break for the Tigers.
Charez back to punt. He's standing on the, that'll be the 15-yard line. High snap this time. He gets the kick away. It's a wobbler. All the way back. Day fields it at the 45. Cuts around to the outside on the right. 45 on the other side of the midfield and gets brought down at the 40-yard line and driven out of bounds. And that'll be where the Tigers take over. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line in Redskin territory.
Really nice return for the senior Justin Day, and we talked about him earlier. Really had that last saving play last week to preserve the victory over Capitol Hill. Slapped the last pass of the night, the attempt there down on the Ardmore end of the field. Slapped it away to salvage that victory for the Tigers, and that's a nice run back for him to get things started offensively for the Tigers tonight.
McAdoo will come under center in I formation. It'll be Colbert dots the I, Dante Moore in front of him. Justin Day and Dante Miller to the left side, Jermaine Gresham to the right side. Miller's in the slot. Handoff to Colbert over the right tackle, bust through the hole. Down to the 30. It'll be good for the first down and move the chains. It'll be a gain of 11. Oh, just a straight power run right off the right tackle there, Billy.
The thing you have to like about Jimmy Colbert is when he sees the contact coming, just likes to put his head down and get physical. That time saw the linebacker, Jack Clark, coming up, put his head down, picked up another 4 or 5 yards after contact.
1st and 10 Ardmore is that was one of the best runs of the night so far for the Tigers. Again, the I formation, they'll send 2 out to the left, 1 to the right. McAdoo, long snap count. Now he's back to pass, throws down right over the middle. Dante Miller, the intended receiver. McAdoo just out throws him by a little bit. It'll be incomplete, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Just missed on that one. Had 2 receivers actually open as Justin Day had gotten clear of his defender also, and drew just a little bit long with the pass.
Little timing pass there. As the Tigers unable to move the football on the first series of downs, but already with a first down on this possession. 7:29 in the first quarter. Colbert over the right tackle, a little stutter step, and he falls forward up to the 25-yard line. And it's going to be a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down and 4.
Good blocking up front. That time from Quentin Grant. Just shoved his defender back and allowed that crease to come open, and Jimmy Colbert hitting the hole quickly as he's got a short stride, but he gets there in a hurry. Got through that hole, put his head down, picked up another couple of yards.
Ball's on the 22-yard line in Redskin territory. Tigers stay with the same I formation that they've used most of the ball game. McAdoo under center, hands off to the fullback, DeJuan Miles. Actually, he was the tailback, and he had snuck in when I wasn't looking. He goes over the right tackle, and he'll have a nice gain of about 11. They'll mark it all the way down at the 13-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 Tigers.
Expect to see that strong ground game tonight. Just a muddy field, kind of a ball game feel to this thing, and just going to grind it out a little bit. A lot of good running backs wearing white up here for the Tigers, and a chance for all of them to get some carries.
As this football field takes a lot of abuse throughout the season. They have 18 teams playing on it. DeJuan Miles tries to skip outside, can't turn the corner. Redskins defense holds. It'll be a gain of a yard, if that. And it'll be 2nd down and 10.
That was great effort. Antoine Anderson just defeated his blocker, did a little pirouette, turned around, got a hold of the ball carrier that time, and hung on.
Send it down to David Polk and the button starter and alternator sideline report.
Just into the hole that they needed to. So I think they'll score on this play, though. They're coming probably to Jermaine.
McAdoo back. He rolls to his right side, throws out, and you're absolutely right. They went to Jermaine Gresham down on the right side. Touchdown Tigers. That was quick and out of the David was in the huddle.
I'm letting him buy me a lottery ticket. Could you pick me one up? Are you going south anytime this week, David?
I think you just see a guy that when he comes out of the huddle sometimes, you just know that this is his turn.
Well, you were absolutely correct. There's a nice 11-yard pass there from McAdoo to Jermaine Gresham on and out as he come across the end zone. Caught it right at the pylon just across the goal line. And that makes the score 6-0. The Tigers lead. Guilherme Vera.
Just call him Gil.
Okay, Gil.
Gil.
In to kick the extra point. And now we have movement on the line, and let's see if it's going to be against the Tigers or the Redskins.
I noticed Coach Lloyd calls him Gil, so I think if he can do that, we can do that.
And I'm sure his parents aren't listening.
They're going to call it against the Redskins.
Drawn off sides or shot across the line there. That'll be, we'll try it again. Half the distance to the goal there. And Vera, snap is good, but now we have another whistle on the play as we have a flag from the back judge.
Well, Josh Lester is the deep snapper. He's getting some extra work. A couple of practice snaps there. A lot of controversy over this extra point.
David, what was that?
Oh, I think that probably was a snap infraction. The center, I think, maybe just wiggled the ball just a little bit. So that's procedure. We'll back up 5, do it 5 yards back.
Can't do that. As McAdoo sets the line, he'll go back to his hold position. Vera will tee it up from the 15-yard line. The snap is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Makes it 7-0. Tigers lead. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Billy Wallace, David Polk, as the Tigers go up 7-0 with 5:45 in the first quarter of play. And kind of a slow start to the offense there for the Tigers, but they brought it on fast there at the end after a couple of good runs and from DeJuan Miles and Jimmy Colbert. The kick is up from Vera. It's going to be a long onside. It's caught back at the 20, up to the 25. He's going to get stutter stepped, and then the 3 or 4 Tigers swarm in to make the tackle. That's going to be Justin Day along with
I saw Gerard Fields and
McCarroll or Robert Gordon.
Robert Gordon
in on the tackle. The ball carrier is, I believe, number 22. That was Jordan Harvey.
And is that the 36-yard line? So
I want to say that you are correct,
you
sir.
have to just
36, maybe 37.
No, it's not. Actually, not. It's the 26.
26.
Thank you.
We'll look at the scoreboard. They had it right. Shotgun formation, offset backs on both sides. Marquise Moore, he rolls to his right side on the snap. He throws a little out pass. Caught by number 99, Tyler Greenlee. It's going to be a gain of 3, maybe 4. They'll be just over the, actually back right at the line of scrimmage. No gain at all, but there is a flag on the play. Pass interference on the Tigers. How can you have pass interference when they catch the ball?
It happened before he caught the ball.
Okay.
That was the back coming out of the backfield there. Again, wearing number 99, Tyler Greenlee. And we won't mention the number for the Tiger defensive player there, but had pretty good coverage, just leaned into him a little bit, bodied up just before the ball got there.
If you want to know who it is, watch the playback. Tuesday and Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, cable channel 17 in Ardmore. It'll be a first down. It's 1st and 10. It'll be a 15-yard mark off. They'll mark it at the 43-yard line now in Redskin territory. Moore in the shotgun, again flanked by backs on either side. Only one receiver out. Nope, 2 receivers left and right. Marquise Moore, a little misdirection, then takes it up the middle himself. It'll be a gain of 4, and they'll mark it at the 46-yard line, just shy of the midfield stripe. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Well, Terry, one subtle little defensive change. Michael Dotson is going to play some on the D line tonight because Gene Cormier is getting a break. He plays on the offensive side. We talked to his dad before we left town at the convenience store, and he told us he thought Gene was going to rest on defense, and that's going to give Michael Dotson a chance to get some snaps.
Also see Cameron Swindell out at the corner position on the far side. Haven't seen him much this season. Shotgun formation again. Receivers left and right. Moore back to pass, throws down the middle of the field. The intended receiver, number 10, Chris Amston. And Moore with a sidearm shot. It'll be incomplete as he overthrows the receiver by about 10. And that'll make it 3rd down and 6.
Good defense there. Robert Gordon, I like the way he sizes things up there. He's ready to adjust to that football. If it had been overthrown, he was going to be in a position to make the interception, but does a great job in the secondary for the Tigers.
As it was overthrown, but a lot further than Robert Gordon was. Moore will stay in the shotgun with the flank backs on either side. High snap. Moore has to hurry the throw, gets it off to the left side. The intended receiver, number 22, Jordan Harvey, incomplete out to the left flank or left flat there. And it'll make it 4th down and 6, and the Redskins will have to punt it away.
That was Cameron Swindle. You just mentioned his name a minute ago, playing corner on the other side, on the Ardmore side of the field that time, and that trying to just break that pattern off short of where he was. He was back about 6-7 yards, trying to break it off, get the short reception just enough for the 1st down, but just not a good throw and catch that time for Capitol Hill.
Punter standing on his own 30-yard line. Justin Day back deep for the Tigers. He's standing at the 30-yard line. It's a short kick. It hits at the 40, at the 35, at the 40. It takes a Redskin bounce. They'll mark it down at the 37-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will take over, 1st and 10.
And that's exactly where the Tigers took over last time, and they were able to drive it down for the score. So let's hope that they can follow through on that. That's been the trend to start at your 37-yard line.
Tigers' only score came off of a 11-yard touchdown pass from Drew McAdoo to Jermaine Gresham. That was earlier here in the first period of play at 5:45 in the first quarter. That summary brought to you by Verizon, or Crystal Clear Communications, your authorized Verizon wireless agent. 808 12th Street Northwest in Ardmore. Check out all the new phones they have in stock. Colbert around the right side. He gets up to the midfield, across it, and down to the 45 in Redskin territory on a nice run there. It'll be good for a 1st down. Move the chains, a gain of about 20.
Good blocking on the entire right side of the offensive line. Josh Lester especially out there is really just stood his defender up, shoved him back, and a nice crease for Jimmy Colbert as he got outside with the pitch.
Mark the ball at the 46-yard line in Redskin territory, just on the other side of midfield. It'll be 1st and 10 with 3:59 left on the clock in the first quarter. McAdoo in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. That's Gresham. McAdoo back to pass. He's got plenty of time. He throws deep to Gresham on the roll. And Jermaine can't hold on to it as it hits him in the hands, and it falls out of his hands. He had him in stride, and it just slipped out of his hands. Incomplete, and that'll make it 2nd down and 10. Beautiful pass.
Pretty accurate throw there. A little bit of a tough catch for Jermaine running full speed. Came right over his shoulder, but I'm telling you, for Drew McAdoo, you can't throw it any better than that.
And Jermaine calls himself out of the ball game. Coming in for him will be number 22, Ryan Chandler. He heads over and talks to the coaches. McAdoo on a keeper around the left side, looks to get across the 40-yard line. Can't quite get there as he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Nice defensive effort there by number 35, Jack Clark.
Just a little misdirection as they fake the ball to the fullback. Moore going to his right. Then McAdoo rolls out back left. Just a run, looked like a designed run play for the quarterback. And a nice play there as he got outside. That misdirection just threw everybody off enough to let him get outside.
Gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Tigers. Again, the shotgun flanked on either side by the backs. He's got time as he rolls to his right on a bootleg, throws it out, and Miller at the 30, 25, 20, 15, down to the 5-yard line. Dante Miller on a little down and out, a cross pattern. Nice catch there and a lot of yards after the catch.
Well, looked it right into his hands and then flipped the turbo switch as he went down the sideline.
Just put on a burst of speed once he caught that ball. Send it down to the Button sideline and his thoughts on what's going on so far.
He definitely has a different gear once he puts his hands on the ball there. The guy that caught up with him had to have a great angle on him or he'd have scored a touchdown there.
Dante Miller, we hadn't heard a lot from him in the last couple of games. He's been drawing the attention of the defenses on the other side of the ball as he got open that time. McAdoo comes under center this time. He'll hand off to Colbert at the tailback position. He'll drive his way down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3, and it'll be second down and goal to go from the 3-yard line.
Just running off tackle left side as the Tigers have done all night. Jimmy Colbert putting his head down, getting tough inside that 10-yard line, down in the red zone for the Tigers, and sniffing at that Capitol Hill goal line again.
2:12 left in the first quarter.
I thought you had dozed off there.
No,
Terry.
I didn't doze off.
I thought I put you to sleep.
As the Tigers break huddle, it'll be a close-in formation, a high formation. Only Gresham out by side. They hand off, and it's a touchdown as McAdoo hands off to the second man through. Touchdown Tigers.
And
really a nonchalant, just, well, what are you waiting on, referee? Put your hands up.
That's Marquise Booker, by the way, with the touchdown. Strong running inside. Wasn't that easy for Marquise, as he had to put his head down and work a little bit. Certainly looked easy, and a nice drive. Again, Ardmore took that ball from their own 37 down to score, that time on the ground.
Vera to do the kicking for the extra point. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So Gill has come on strong here in the place of Ryan Keaton as he has converted 2 of the extra points. It's 14-0. Tigers lead 1:53 in the first quarter. We're back after this on 95.7 KKHA. Vera with a high, long onside kick there as it lands at the 25. Tigers try to recover as they get down quickly. Special teams playing well right now for the Tigers. And, unable to recover it, though, as that was Kevin Andrews, I believe.
And it was Brandon Wilson who really had to hurry to get on that ball for the Redskins as it was rolling around kind of in enemy territory there. A lot of white jerseys heading that direction.
Stephen Lee also down on the tackle for the special teams for the Tigers.
And you know, when you watch the replay Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm going to be very disappointed Bill Allen doesn't have one shot of the moon. Because we've seen it go from harvest moon. It's a little smaller, a little brighter now. But if there's not one moon shot, then I want some cards and letters written about that.
And if he's not listening, then he'll never know.
Well, he'll hear from him anyway.
As Moore hands off to the fullback, number 99, Tyler Greenlee. He tries to go around the left side, can't get anywhere. He's going to get stacked up right there at the 25-yard line. It'll be no gain. Second down and 10 for the Redskins.
Yes. Everything you said and more.
The only scores for the Tigers, one came off of an 11-yard pass from McAdoo to Gresham. The other one on a run by Marquise Booker. And that drive started from their own 37. Tigers moved the ball down the field quickly. Marquise Moore with a long pass down the right side, and it's almost intercepted.
It is intercepted.
Let's see if they're going to give it to him.
Oh,
I think it trapped.
No, he laid out and caught that ball.
That was a great catch.
They're going to give it to him. Interception. Tigers.
And we've talked about Robert Gordon's athleticism, and there is a perfect case for his trial there because, I mean, he got under that thing.
And really overthrown.
That was big time.
Entirely too far.
That looked like the game-saving catch there, only he was playing defense.
So the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line in Redskin territory with 1:01 left in the first quarter of play.
The first turnover of the night belongs to Capitol Hill. Ardmore a little bit shorter field this time as they're going to start just inside midfield.
Jermaine Gresham goes to the far right. He's the only receiver out. McAdoo checks off. Hands off, or play action to the right side. And tries to hit Matt Hicks out of the tight end position. It goes just through his hands as the ball was a little bit high and behind him. It'll be incomplete, and it'll make it 2nd down and 10.
Boy, you can certainly tell when a new guy gets in the game there as Matt Hicks got the white jersey working there. Whoever washes the uniforms has got their work cut out for him this week as the Tigers another road game next week.
As we've talked about this field before, 18 teams play football here on a consistent basis. So the field gets a lot of wear and tear throughout the season. There's 3 high school varsity. We also have JV and 9th grade teams playing here throughout the week. So the stadium definitely gets its work out here. McAdoo in the shotgun. And now there's a flag on the play. And the Button sideline, and David Polk, what's going on?
I think that's probably going to be a wide receiver that's across the line of scrimmage.
Well, they called the procedure call, and they'll back them up 5 against the Tigers. It'll make it 2nd down and 15.
I think Jermaine was leaning before the snap.
From the 45. Tigers want to strike quickly here and make a statement.
Get this game into the comfort zone level and get some new guys in.
McAdoo rolls to his right. Hits Miller on the right side on a nice cross pattern there with Justin Day, and Dante Miller catches it at the 45 in Redskin territory, brings it all the way down to the 42-yard line. And that was just a good-looking pass play and bootleg there from McAdoo to Dante Miller.
Well, we've talked about the chemistry between McAdoo and Miller. It seems like he just hits Miller in stride, and Miller does a great job on the run with the ball, does so much with it after he makes the catch.
It recovers the 5 yards lost on the penalty along with 6 more. It'll be 2nd down and 4. McAdoo hands off to DeJuan Miles. He cuts up field, tries to gain the 1st down, comes up shy. It'll be a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd down and a couple for the 1st down.
Looks like they're calling for an official timeout, possibly. The Tigers are going to go over and talk it over, and as are the Redskins. We're going to take a break. You're listening to Ardmore Tiger football, 14-0 Ardmore. We'll be right back right after this.
Suffer through this Thursday night matchup here. The Ardmore Tigers and the Capitol Hill Redskins make the trip on a special Thursday night. McAdoo on a keeper over the left side. He's going to get driven to the ground on a nice defensive play there by the Redskins. Number 20, let's say number 45, Tony Smith, along with number 42.
Just depends on the spot here, as that looks like they might even measure. Going to be close, probably one of those where you're going to go for it on 4th down anyway with already a 2-touchdown lead.
We've got some first quarter stats. We'll run those down for you here in just a moment as Matt Hicks comes in from the sideline. Dante Miller goes off. They're going to measure. Billy, why don't you run down those stats while they do that?
Okay, first quarter play, Tigers 6 first downs to 1 for Capitol Hill. Rushing yards, 12 carries, 61 yards for the Tigers. 4 carries for Capitol Hill on only 5 yards. Passing yards, 75 yards, 4 of 8 on the evening, throwing the ball for Drew McAdoo. Total yardage, 20 plays, 136 yards for the Tigers, 9 plays for 7 yards for Capitol Hill, which pretty much reflects just what we've seen in this first quarter. Dominance for the Tigers, which was expected, and they are taking care of business so far.
The summary brought to you by Crystal Clear Communications, your authorized Verizon Wireless agent, 808 12th Street Northwest in Ardmore. Stop by and check it out. They got 14 new brands of phones in the last 6 months have come in from Nokia, Motorola, and Samsung, and lots of others. Stop by and check out all the new phones. That's Crystal Clear Communications. As they hand it off to DeJuan Miles over the left side, he busts through the line of scrimmage and makes his way down to the 27, 26-yard line, and that's where the Redskin defense will finally bring him down as DeJuan Miles having his way right there.
DeJuan Miles, a fine-looking junior player for the Tigers on both sides of the football. That time kind of an Earl Campbell impersonation there as he carried about 3 defenders with him downfield. Hit the hole quickly and strong and continued to take defenders with him.
Tigers, the ball on the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 with 11:17 left in the first half of play. Tigers lead by 14. In I formation, they'll send one receiver out here to the far side, and that's Jermaine Gresham. Bootleg over to the right. McAdoo throws over the middle. The intended receiver, number 10, Brandon McCarroll. It was thrown behind him. He had to turn around to try to catch the ball. Couldn't bring it in, and then a nice defensive move there by Marquise Moore, along with number 42, Ronald Atchison.
Good looking play though, little play action fake up the middle, roll Drew out to his right side. Actually had about 3 receivers down there, could have picked any of the 3. Tried to get the ball to the tight end and just missed the connection there.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. And the Tigers will set up in the same formation. This time they'll send Gresham out to the far left side. He's almost over by the sideline. Hand off to Miles. He stutters out to the left side, pushes his way back up the middle, and then cuts back to the inside to get down to the, it looks like the 19-yard line. A gain of 7, 3rd down and 3 for the Tigers.
Mostly on the ground, as we saw in the stats. And by the way, thanks again. The stats all season brought to you by Roger Morgan, works hard on the computer. And tonight, Brandon Martin, Ardmore native, up here working the ball game in the Oklahoma City area for the Daily Ardmorite. And Brandon delivering the stats. And
we
had a chance to
it.
talk with him last year at this ball game. But thanks to those guys as usual.
Makes our job easier. I formation. They'll hand off to Miles. He'll go on the left side, puts his shoulder into the defense and pushes his way forward for another couple. And they'll make it, it'll be good for the 1st down, move the chains as he gets all the way down to the 11-yard line.
Again, good blocking up front, Tiger offensive line, getting a nice push up front, and a lot of backs getting a chance to carry the football tonight. DeJuan Miles has looked really good on this possession for the Tigers.
Well, he gets a great spot. It's going to be on the 10-yard line, and it'll be gold. Now they're going to set the chains. I was right. It is at the 11. As McAdoo hands off to the back up the middle, he pushes his way forward, drives and gets in the touchdown. That's going to be Marquise Booker with a nice run. And Tigers very dominant on the running game.
And another 11-yard touchdown run for Marquise Booker. He's got 2 runs on the night for touchdowns. Tigers just moving the ball at will right now, which again was to be expected. And before long, expect to see a lot of guys get some playing time tonight with 9:46 remaining 2nd quarter.
Vera to attempt the extra point. Have a new holder now. It's going to be number 81, Wood Turner. Snap is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. That's going to make it 21-0 with 9:46 left in the first half. We're back after this on this Thursday night edition of Ardmore Tiger Football on 95.7 KKJ. Vera with a nice high kickoff for the Tigers. Terry Long with Billy Wallace and David Polk as the ball hits and then rolls out of bounds. So it'll be good field position for the Redskins. There is a Redskin player down on the far sideline.
That was Brandon Wilson back, and he made a nice decision, although he questioned his own decision there for a second as that ball looked like it might bounce and stay in fair territory there. I've been watching baseball all week. I'm sorry. It did finally roll out of bounds, and it will result in much better field position for Capitol Hill.
Congratulations to the Boston Red Sox, too, on their victory of the sweep of the World Series. So, if you're not a Yankee, if you're a Yankee fan or if you're a National League fan, I'm sorry, but I thought it was a great season, and what a way to cap it off. Coming back from down 3-0 in the ALCS to win it all in 8 straight games. Just
was a pretty boring World Series, though.
Well, it was, but if you're a Red Sox fan, it wasn't. But you're right.
For those who aren't, it was a pretty boring World Series.
Pro set. Moore hands off. Now he pulls it out, keeps it. He's going to get stacked up. It'll be no gain, maybe a loss of a yard as they mark it just shy of the 35. And it'll be 2nd down and 10.
So that
looked like a broken play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing, Billy.
Yep. Just going to say we covered baseball. We may cover each and every sport before the night is over. If we haven't covered your sport, stay with us. We'll get there.
The Mavericks pregame is they've preseason has already started. See how many sports we can mention in a football broadcast. Tough to beat a team when you're only dressed in 25 or 30 kids in this area. Marcus Moore with a nice pass down the field, but the receiver quit running on him. That was number 42, the intended receiver, Ronald Atchison. As the ball overthrown, Ellis Knight in coverage, step for step, nowhere to go.
You know, the positive thing about ball games like this is young guys like Cameron Swindle out there getting some work at cornerback. Very athletic-looking young guy. Nice bookend over here to Robert Gordon. He's getting a chance to work some of these deep pass patterns that Capitol Hill is throwing out there and get some on-the-field experience before the big ball games ahead.
And one thing is it does keep you the ability to rest your players before you get into the postseason and the playoffs. Moore, under pressure, rolls out to the outside, loses his footing on the field, and he rolls forward up to they'll mark it back at the 36, 37-yard line as Moore had some running room, just couldn't keep his feet as he turned the corner, lost his footing. It'll be third and a long 9 yards.
That was a turf tackle there as Moore, pretty athletic play there. Looked like he might be able to sneak through there, at least get up in condition to position on the field to try to get in a makeable fourth down and short or something, but the turf took care of that.
Make that fourth down as back to punt, Jose Charez. Back deep for the Tigers will be Justin Day. He's standing in his own 40-yard line. The kick is away. It's a nice spiral. It hits the ground at the 35, rolls down. Justin Day picks it up on the bounce. Back to the 40, 45, up to midfield before he's driven out of bounds on the far sideline. And that's where the Tigers will take over, just shy of midfield. It'll be 1st and 10.
That was about a 25 or 30-yard turnaround there. If Justin lets that go, it's going to take a roll for Capitol Hill. He just fielded that ball on the run, took it back upfield, and what a difference in field position.
Send it down to David Polk on the button starter and alternator sideline. Button starter and alternator for all your battery needs. Check it out. Get your battery checked out before winter hits, as it's coming quickly.
I tell you.
Go ahead, David.
I tell you, this is just a game that right now they're just kind of settled into. It's kind of, Coach, let me play down back, or, you know, Coach, let me be a linebacker. They all want to play something different down here on the sideline because they can see it's going to be a long night.
What do you got set up for us during the halftime, David?
Right now, I don't have anybody, man. I've been looking at the stands, and everybody that I could interview, I've already talked to, man.
Well, we might have to start the second time. We're already in game 8, so
well, I was thinking
game 9, so
I might be able to go upstairs and go up and talk to the basketball coaches about the OU-OSU game that's coming up this weekend.
There you go. McAdoo on a long pass down. Dante Miller to 5.
Oh,
and the referee loses his footing in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Tigers. They're going to give him the touchdown, or is he going to be a yard shy?
We got a flag on the field, back at the line of scrimmage.
And it's roughing the passer against the Redskins.
Well, the official took a tumble there right at the goal line.
And I thought Dante Miller had it was a beautiful rollout to the right side. And Drew McAdoo with a long pass hit Dante Miller again in stride. And Miller just exploded to the goal line. Came up short as he lost his footing just shy of the goal line.
It was a little hard for the back judge to know whether he crossed the goal line or not, because he slipped and fell down here about the 3-yard line. So,
and I'm sure Bill Allen got that on film.
I hope he did.
That'll be 1st and goal from the 1, as the Tigers will try to go up here one more time.
Score that, McAdoo to Miller.
McAdoo under center.
First
I formation. Gresham out by himself to the far left. It'll be Colbert over the left side. He'll take it in, and we're untouched. Touchdown for the Tigers. Kind of uneventful and not unexpected.
Could have just awarded it to Miller there, as I thought he had broken the plane of the goal anyway. Didn't make any difference there. A 1-yard carry for Jimmy Colbert. Pad Jimmy's stats a little bit. Another touchdown carry for Jimmy Colbert.
Well, we're going to take a timeout after this extra point attempt here by G. Vera. Gill, as they call it. The snap is good, the kick is up, and the kick is good. That's going to make it 28-0. The Tigers lead. We're back after this on 95.7 KKJ. Ardmore Tigers. Thanks for joining us. I'm Terry Long, along with Billy Wallace and David Polk. It's a lopsided game as we kind of expected it coming into tonight's ball game. The Redskins number 9 fields it. Brandon Wilson comes to the left, loses his footing, then he gets swarmed and smashed to the ground by the Tigers special teams. And I believe that's Dante Miller with a nice open field. Got to play defense there.
Well, in the first hit applied Stephen Lee, I believe, the first Tiger down there. Showed good speed to get down there and cut him off. Had the angle, cut him off, then got an assist.
And then Dante Miller comes across the top.
Just kind of finished it off.
7:06 as the Redskins will start deep in their own territory from the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. The worst field position they've had so far tonight. These are the times when the coaches – you don't want to relax, you like to see that your kids still play with the intensity they're supposed to, even though they're up by a big score. So always important there. Never want to see your team relax, no matter what the score.
No, and again, a lot of guys are going to get a chance to play, so there's going to be some enthusiasm out there, at least in white on the field, as some guys are going to get a lot of playing time. Still got 6:25 remaining. Second quarter, and the Tigers are already up 28-0.
Bo Talley in the ball game for the Tigers. Also, number 14, that's going to be Jordan Gary, I believe. Oh, I'm sorry, as Marquise Moore hands off to the fullback, he barrels his way up for a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
I think Bo Talley.
That's not Bo Talley, it's Jared Fields, number 44. Not 14.
I saw 23, though, I believe. Yeah. We're going to pick up the numbers as we can. Yeah, that's 23.
I was going to say that's a great recovery for young Jordan, because he just recently had that knee fixed again. So he's not in uniform tonight.
Bear with me. 61's on the field. That's Kelby Price. He's a sophomore playing the defensive end position from the right side. Moore under pressure tries to throw. It's tipped up. Almost complete to the second man, but we have a flag on the play. And the intended receiver, number 32. That's going to be Antoine Anderson.
Look like that one from the head linesman.
What do we got there, David Polk?
We've got a participation again on the offense.
Again?
I'm sorry, no, that's an ineligible receiver downfield.
We heard that with the PA announcer as well.
I'm looking, and I'm really not sure how that clock worked, because number 99 is actually in the backfield, and he's eligible because they've announced him, and I think that may be who he actually called that on.
Yeah, he's been in the backfield all night. Bunch of substitutions in. Now it's going to be a punting situation. 4th and about 6 yards now for Capitol Hill, deep in their own territory now. At the 6 or 7 yard line, it's down in the mud pit. Can't see it clearly from here. Will be a punting situation though.
Back deep in his own end zone, Charez. Justin Day standing at the 30-yard line. The kick is short. It hits at the 25, takes a Redskin bounce, rolls out to the 30-yard line. Just shy at the 29, it rolls out of bounds. That's where the Tigers will take over first.
Tell you what, pretty good effort for Jose Charez just to get the football out of there. About 5 or 6 Tigers back there in his face. Took one step to his left, and was able to punt the ball out of traffic.
Matt Hicks comes on for the Tigers. And we're going to see a little bit of Lionel Jimenez now, the backup for the Tigers, who's already had a lot of playing time so far this season, done an exceptional job and come in and filled the shoes of McAdoo early in the season. And Drew McAdoo got banged up a little bit in the first couple of games, but hadn't had a lot of playing time here in the last couple of weeks. Saw him last week as a receiver. Timeout Tigers, though. We'll take one as well. We're back after this on 95.7 KKJ. Center, I formation, hands off to the tailback, and he's going to get stacked up immediately at the line of scrimmage. Nice defensive play there. Number 34, Jermaine Stubblefield, the ball carrier.
Also new fullback in on that play there, Keith Todd, a freshman. And they're playing a little fullback for the Tigers.
Lots of new names tonight. We'll try to get as many of them on the air as we possibly can as we continue with the ball game. Dante Miller and Justin Day out to the left side. It'll be Day in the slot, I formation. Rolls out to the right, Stubblefield on the carry as he gets up to the 35-yard line. Barely back to the line of scrimmage. If that, it may be a gain of maybe a yard. It'll be third down and a long 7 for the Tigers.
And seeing Gene Cormier reminds me that I promised I would apologize to him because he made a great play last week, stopped a reverse try for Chickasha, and I gave all the credit to Dante Moore. And I saw it myself on the replay and thought, whoops, wrong guy. Sometimes we just see numbers that maybe didn't make the tackle, but they were in the area. So I apologize to Gene. He's made a lot of great plays.
And I know Gene wears number 56, but I swear from up here it looks like 58. So Lionel rolls to his left on a bootleg. Hits Justin Day out in the flat. He'll catch it at the 10. Barrels his way down to about the 1-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds by Moore. Marquise Moore, the senior, comes over from the safety position and stops Justin from scoring. But a nice catch there and run after the catch by Justin Day.
It's been a good week for Justin Day. Good ball game last week. We talked about the article in the Oklahoman. They had a little TV time last week, talked to David Polk, and senior leader for the Tigers. And that time he's very determined. Not the biggest guy out there, plays with a lot of heart. And when he gets that ball, he heads toward that goal. I'm telling you, it doesn't take him long.
And we interviewed him after the game last week, if I remember correctly.
I believe I said that.
Oh.
He was also on TV, same time he was on the radio.
Okay. Well, there you go. I formation. Lionel gets stacked up as they blitz, and he didn't see it coming. The Redskins get in and shoot the gap. Nice defensive play there by the Redskins. Loss of 3. It'll be second down and goal from the 4-yard line.
Just kind of keep an eye on the coaching staff over there for the Tigers. They're doing a lot of teaching. I see Creed Tibbs is out there really didn't like something on that play. So there's some practice on the field right now for Creed.
That was one that Lionel went left and the rest of the team went right is what happened on that play.
I formation. Now we have a whistle on the play. Time stops. 2:14.
We're going to get a sideline warning.
Well, why do we want that? As they move the Tigers back. They didn't like they were getting a little too far out on the field.
Well, I noticed the coaching staff for Capitol Hill's been about 15, 20 yards out on the field. He took a few steps back too there, although their players have stayed off the field pretty much.
Yeah. And I guess that's okay. The Lionel on a fake handoff will roll out the left side and goes into the end zone almost virtually untouched as he cuts back to the inside and scores. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, the unfortunate thing for the Redskins, when you put number 7 in the game, there's no drop-off from Drew McAdoo. As we saw early in the season, Lionel Jimenez in full control of this Tiger offense, and that time just saw that it was there, took the ball down, and just kind of sidestepped and made a couple of cuts to get in for the score.
1:57 left in the first half. 34-0 as Vera
Got a new kicker.
got a new kicker, and that's going to be number
That's Burnham.
29.
Tyler Burnham, senior. Great to see him get a chance.
As he's a lefty. The snap is high. They get it down. The kick is up.
Got it.
And the kick is no good.
Nope, missed it.
As he missed it, it went underneath. They
It
say.
looked good. Looked good from here.
Look good from here. That's why they check it out down there. It's no good. 34-0 the score. As Tyler Burnham can't quite get the elevation he needs. 1:57 left in the the first half of play. We're back after this on 95.7 KKJ.
Kicked it.
Oh, man, we're going to miss the kickoff. Nah, I don't know. Welcome back to CB Spiegel Stadium. After the kickoff, the Redskins will have it at the 30-yard line. There's a nice run back there by number 22, Jordan Harvey, after Vera's kick. It was a nice kick, but a nice return. Go ahead.
A couple of Tigers in on that tackle, Gerard Fields, and also Cameron Swindle, who's been playing some cornerback tonight. Nice job on special teams.
Redskins will take over 1st and 10 from the 30 as the field getting pretty sloppy and pretty messy down there. And we've got some more new people in. As Moore tries to roll out to the left side, he can't get there. He loses his footing on the field. It'll be a loss of a yard. And it'll be 2nd down and about 11. And we'll try to find out who that is. David Polk on the Button sideline. If you can find out who number 25 is, we'd appreciate it.
I'll get it done.
Button Starter and Alternator Repair that brings you the sideline report each and every week. We appreciate their sponsorship throughout the season of the Ardmore Tigers. Get by and check out, get your battery checked free at Button Starter and Alternator, 28 North Commerce in Ardmore. Get it checked out before wintertime. As they hand off to the fullback over the left side, and he's going to get stacked up there by Bo Talley and a couple other Tigers.
25 is Mark Harris.
Well, Mark just had a piece of that tackle right there, so that was perfect for you to chime in at that exact moment because he was involved in that tackle.
And this is how good programs continue to be good year after year, get some experience for these young people and be able to get a lot of playing time.
And the thing you have to like, if you're a Tiger fan, boy, there's some good-looking athletes down there. When they're young enough, they're not on the roster. That's a good thing, isn't it?
And they come out and they still look pretty impressive. Number 76, Alan Benson on the line tonight. As Moore looks to flip it out to the left side, he does. He hits the tailback. He eludes one tackle. As number 44 tried to make a nice open field tackle. Jared Fields just didn't quite wrap up. Took him off his feet, but didn't wrap him up, so he kept his balance.
When you talk about Alan Benson, that's a good football name in the Ardmore area. A lot of good players previously played for the Tigers named Benson.
As the clock expires at the end of the first half, the Tigers with 34 points on the scoreboard. Capitol Hill Redskins with none. And we'll be back after this with some halftime stats as well as a couple of interviews during the half with David Polk. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. 34-0. The Tigers lead it. As the wind is picked up, David Polk down on the sideline, the button starter and alternator sideline. Tell us, the field looks from up here looks like it's beat to death. And
I tell you guys, it is the nastiest place. In fact, I may do sideline reporting from the top row of the first row of the stands to stay out of the mud because the long
we lost him.
it has gotten. There's been like an inch of rain up here, they said, throughout the course of the day, just on and off, big heavy rain. So it's pretty nasty here.
And as much wear and tear as this field gets, the rain never helps. And
but again, we talked about it at the beginning. There are a lot of spots that there's absolutely no grass out there. So you got rain on mud, and so the footing's going to be significant here. We're really going to have
to keep losing him. I don't know if he's turning away from us. David Polk, quick. You need to make sure you turn towards us.
I'm looking straight at you.
All right, now we got you loud and clear.
That was loud.
Okay.
Jermaine Stubblefield will be back deep for the Tigers, along with number 40. Is that number 41 or 44, Billy?
It should be 44 because 41 is out of uniform.
That's 40.
It is.
Ryan Keaton's 41, and I saw him in the crowd earlier.
You are correct, 44.
Gerard Fields.
Gerard Fields. As Chara's tees it up for the Redskins, and we get ready for second half action. David Polk, Terry Long, and Billy Wallace. We bring you all the action each and every week. Next week, the Tigers have another road trip, a long road trip out to Altus and the Altus Bulldogs. This line drive kick, Gerard Fields fields it at the 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Loses his footing, and he'll stay at the 23-yard or the 28-yard line. And that's where he'll be. The Tigers will take over 1st and 10. He's brought down there, and I don't know if he was brought down as much as he just lost his footing and was down.
Looked like he hit a banana peel about the 25-yard line there.
Took a couple of steps and slid a couple of yards. And it looks like it's going to be Lionel Jimenez under center for the Tigers.
Now wide left there, you've got Austin Williams now in the ball game.
Ryan Chandler to the near side, I formation. They hand off to the second man through. Stubblefield gets up to the 40-yard line before he's finally brought down. It'd be good for a first down. Move the chains as Jermaine Stubblefield with a nice 11-yard run. 1st and 10 Tigers.
Doesn't take Jermaine long to get going once he takes that handoff. We saw that last week, the 47-yard shovel pass to really turn things around momentum-wise for the Tigers and really hit the hole quickly that time.
Well, and like you said earlier, there's not a lot of the Tigers don't lose much with Lionel Jimenez or Jermaine Stubblefield in the ball game. Little out pass to Austin Williams out in the flat. He hits the corner and kind of runs over him to gain another couple of yards. It'll be a nice gain there of 8 as they'll mark it just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And they're going to say 1st and 10 as they'll move the chains. And 1st and 10 Tigers.
That's really a good effort after the catch for Austin Williams there. Ronald Atchison came up and was going to try to hold him short of that first down stick, and Austin just put his head down, ran through him.
I formation, split receivers left and right. They'll hand off to Stubblefield. This time he won't get anywhere as he gets stacked up in the backfield. And a nice tackle there by number 66, Donnell Crutchfield. It'll be a loss of 3 and make it 2nd down and 13.
Donnell's the guy that came through on 4th and 1 on the Tigers' first possession to hold him short as he was anticipating the handoff. That time in the backfield quickly and stopped up that running play. Stubblefield really tag team there, had bookends as he got to the line of scrimmage, and nothing happening there, a loss of yardage on 1st down.
J.R. Thompson in the ball game on the offensive line for the Tigers. As we'll try to mention everyone who's out on the field. Lionel, play action to the left side, rolls out, throws, caught at the 45 down to the 40. And there's a flag on the play. It'll be good for a 1st down, but there's a fumble on the play. And the flag is back at the 45-yard line in Ardmore territory in the backfield. So we'll have to see what the call is. Let's send it down to David Polk on the sideline. And what's going on down there?
Well, we had a fumble on the play after the reception. I haven't seen what the official call. There was holding on Ardmore. They'll decline that, so it'll be Carl Albert's ball at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10.
I'm glad we're not playing Carl Albert since it's their ball.
I'm sorry. Capitol Hill.
Okay. If they change opponents, that'd be a switch for a football game. 34.
It's been a long night, okay?
That was Joe Boyer there with the reception, and the ball just got punched out from behind. And I'm glad to see that young man get in the game because we gave Maurice Grant, we took a bunch of tackles away from Maurice and gave him to Joe Boyer for the first half of the season. And that time Joel was actually out on the field and made a play there.
Out to the far corner, number 25. That was Mark Harris for the Tigers. It's going to be a lone back in the backfield for the Redskins. They'll hand off to him. He'll barrel his way up through the line of scrimmage and still on his feet and tries to pile forward for a gain of 3, maybe 4 yards. Let's see where they mark it. It'll be just past the 40-yard line. It'll be at the 41, and it'll be 2nd down and about 7.
Bottom of the stack that time for the Tigers, Kelby Price, a sophomore playing on the D-line out there for the Tigers. A nice play by him as he just hung on for dear life.
An interesting place to broadcast from. Interesting place to come watch a football game. CB Spiegel Stadium. Terry Long with Billy Wallace and David Polk as Moore moves into the shotgun for the Redskins. It's a high snap. He brings it down. He'll keep it. Tries to go forward. Can't get anywhere. Number 61 makes the tackle. That's Kelby Price with a nice job defensively there for the Tigers.
Back-to-back plays for Kelby Price. That's the guy we were just talking about.
Nope.
Sophomore, playing well.
No gain, 3rd down and 7. Number 55, Tyler Parrish in the ball game as well. Along with number 77, that's Ryan Fuller on the line for the Tigers. Defensively, number 76, Alan Benson also in the ball game. Capitol Hill, Moore throws out here to the left side. It's caught and then dropped. Number 22, the intended receiver, that's Jordan Harvey. Can't quite hold on to it. It'll be incomplete, and that'll make it 4th down, and the Redskins will have to punt it away.
We got another player with red shoes.
That's number 81.
We got one besides Stubblefield back for the punt.
That's Wood Turner.
Wood Turner.
Now that's going to mess us up now.
Well, and you know, you are correct, but there's a couple of them on these younger players with red shoes. Maybe it's a red shoe thing.
The red shoe generation.
Low snap, bounces off the ground. The punter does field it, Charles. It gets the kick away, but it's a short squibber. It goes barely across midfield. It'll only be about a 15, 20-yard punt as it rolls out of bounds at about the 47-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
Good hustle for Coach Lenny over there as he got on top of that football as it came across the sideline there. Made a saving catch there, scooped it up off the turf.
Lionel comes in with the play. As the Tigers, Andy Mendoza on the offensive line of scrimmage, as well as a couple other new guys. Shotgun formation, handoff, Stubblefield. He kicks to the outside, turns the corner at midfield, 40. Down to the 35, 32-yard line, puts his head down and runs over number 50. We don't have him on our roster. I believe we'll just call him number 50.
Well, Jermaine Stubblefield is a speed guy, but that's not all he's got. As he lowered his shoulder, hammered 50 pretty good there as the linebacker came across to try to wrap him up, and he just lowered his shoulder and got some extra yardage.
Also Jeremy Bonner in, as he is at the right guard position on the offensive line. The snap from the shotgun is Stubblefield over the left. Tries to bounce outside, can't get there. As a nice job containing him and keeping him to the inside by the cornerback. It'll be a gain of 7.
He's still down.
as Jermaine Stubblefield put his head down. And
yeah, put a shoulder pad down again, and that time that young man who made a nice play over there, that's number 15. That is Seth Howell, who took quite a shot from Stubblefield there, and he's going to stay down.
we'll take a timeout, and we'll be back after this on 95.7 KKHA. Power as we resume action. The Tigers in an I formation. Receivers split left and right. It'll be Lionel Jimenez under center. Notes drop, and now Lionel will keep it, comes down to the end, turns the corner, tries to go up the right side. He can't get anywhere as he gains maybe a yard. It'll be shy of the first down and make it third and a long one.
Just fake to the fullback, Keith Todd, and then Lionel just ducked his head to get what he could. Ducked up into a small crease there. Pretty good blocking up front. Strong side to the right side that time, just running to that right side. Just got what he could.
Again, the strong right side, I formation. Handoff, no, pitch out on the option. Stubblefield around the outside, turns the corner down to the 5, and driven out of bounds. There's a flag on the play back at the 10-yard line.
We got a hold right there on the flag. We'll stop it right there, back it up 10, and it'll be third and about the same distance.
All right.
Lionel, a nice job on that fake. He faked the ball again to Keith Todd up the middle. I thought that time he gave it to him, but then he pulled it out last second, made a nice pitch to Stubblefield going left. And unfortunately, the holding call is going to bring him back, but a well-executed option there to the left side.
And that's Billy Wallace with David Polk down on the button starter and alternator sideline. Good call there. It'll be third down.
And about a half a yard.
So they're going to measure to see if they made the first down after the penalty was marked off, since it was from the spot of the foul, 10 yards. The Tigers still could have gotten a first down. So we'll see where that's at. And it is a first down for the Tigers, so what a mark off there, Billy.
Hey, whatever works. I told you, a well-executed play. Worked out well that time for the Tigers. Again, if you're just tuning in and checking back and forth, 34-0 still your score. 5:24 remaining third quarter. Of course, Tigers with the big lead.
As the wind's shifting, not really shifting direction coming out of the south, but it's picking up and blowing pretty steadily now. Down on the field. Check in with David Polk in a minute. Lionel Jimenez hands off to Stubblefield. He puts his head down, barrels through the line of scrimmage, pushes his way up for a gain of a couple. They'll mark it just shy of the 20-yard line. And it'll be second down and about 7.
Another good carry for Stubblefield as he took on the linebacker there. And I like the toughness of the young guy, not only just a quick back, able to put his head down and take on contact there. Couldn't move the linebacker out of the way, but picked up an extra yard or so.
And Jermaine has had some experience running against some big linebackers. He ran against Lawton Mack and a couple others. Lionel Jimenez on option, keeps it, cuts up field, gets up to the 15, down to the 13, maybe the 12-yard line, and we'll see where they mark it. Maybe all the way down to the 10, and it'll be good for the first down. And it'll bring up first and goal from about the 9.5, maybe the 10-yard line.
Well, Lionel, when he gets up in contact, he's able to duck in and out and dart between tacklers, kind of like a jackrabbit back there in that defensive backfield for Capitol Hill. It always seems to find the daylight.
He's a lot shorter than any of the linemen and hard to pick up as he comes out of the backfield as well. the I formation. They'll hand off to Stubblefield over the left tackle. An ankle tackle there by the Redskins, number 66 with a nice tackle. That's Donnell Crutchfield, along with number 56, Jose Charez.
Boy, just a grinded out kind of a drive, manly drive for the Tigers here, mostly on the ground this time. Stubblefield has had a lot to do with the success on this drive, as has Lionel Jimenez.
2nd and goal, ball's on the 8-yard line. I formation. Lionel on the option to the left. Pitches to Stubblefield right at the last minute, and he gets creamed out on the left side, driven out of bounds at about the 5. It'll be a gain of 3, making that the 4-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and goal.
That's just good defense. You got to credit Capitol Hill. Got outstrung the play out well and ran him out wide toward the short side of the field and wouldn't allow him to turn it up and toward that end zone. And, you know, Keith Todd, a good-looking fullback out there, just a young guy, just a freshman. But I've had an eye on him in this possession, and carries the fake out well, also a good blocker.
Out to the far side, Wood Turner out here to the near side. Lionel bootlegs out to the right. He's under pressure. He's going to get brought down and sacked as they got in and came in out of nowhere. Number 50 makes the tackle. We don't have him on the roster, but a nice play there by the Redskins. It'll be a loss of 9. They'll mark it all the way back at the 15-yard line.
And it looked like both defensive ends came untouched on that play and just kind of put the clamps on that play from the start. Lionel just really had nowhere to go, looked to reverse his field, and had another defensive end behind him.
Now we have a different formation. 3 receivers to the right side, lone back in the backfield, and that's Todd. Lionel gets throws as he's being tackled. Number 5, the receiver, Austin Williams, with a nice catch and a touchdown, Ardmore.
Great job, Austin Williams, finding an open spot, got a hand up so Lionel could find him as he had some rush in his face that time. And a good pass and nice job of knowing where he at on the football field for Austin Williams to keep a foot in bounds there to make that reception.
And one of the few passing plays for a touchdown the Tigers have had this evening. 2:07 in the 3rd quarter. The Tigers up 40-0. We have a new kicker. That's Tyler Burnham. Will attempt the extra point. The snap is in. The kick is up. And again, it is no good as he pushed it to the right. So the score remains 40-0 with 2:07 left in the 3rd quarter. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Spiegel Stadium as Vera kicks off. It'll be a line drive squibber as the Redskins barely can pick it up. They get it at about the 15. He tries to come around the left side, turns the corner, can't quite get there. Good pursuit from the Tigers as number 16, JT DeBerry with the tackle. And good pursuit also by number 54, Daniel Stroud. And the Redskins will take over 1st and 10. Well, we have a Redskin down on the Ardmore sideline over there.
That would be number 50.
That's the man we don't know, the man with no name. He has played well, though. He's made a couple of plays in this 2nd half for Capitol Hill. I almost called him Carl Albert, too, there. I've been listening to our sideline guy.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. You know, I'm just thinking
Well,
for when we beat Carl Albert later in the year. I'm just practicing for that.
You're in the Oklahoma City area, so that's understandable.
I was close.
Speaking of Carl Albert, they lost to Shawnee last week in a shocker.
And, you know, I think it's anybody's ball game in 5A. I mean, nobody's just head and shoulders above the rest. Of course, in our district, 5A1, Lawton MacArthur has the best record. But
well, I got to tell you, I've got friends in Shawnee, and the folks that were at the game will tell you that the score was not indicative of how badly Shawnee actually was beating Carl Albert. They scored a couple of times, they said, at the end, or it could have been a lot worse. So Carl Albert maybe kind of swooning here towards the end of the season.
35 to 27 or 28, that score.
Right.
And interesting, or 35-28 last week. The Lawton MacArthur defeated Duncan last week, 43-7.
of course, you look last year, the Tigers weren't expected to go up to Tulsa, Washington and win handily like they did, and Shawnee was not expected to win state. And so this may be one of those years. This could be the Tigers' year. You know, they might jump in there and put things together here at the right part of the time, part of the year, and anybody's got a shot at this point.
And Tulsa, Washington won their game last week 62-2. So put some numbers up as well. As we get back to action after the injury, Moore will go to the shotgun for the Redskins. Throws it a quick out to the flats there to the slot man. He'll catch it at the 15, makes his way up to the 19-yard line. It'll be just shy of the 20. It'll be a gain of a yard, maybe 2. And it'll make it 2nd down and 8.
Brought down by Keith Todd and also J.T. DeBerry. A couple of tackles for DeBerry. He's had one there on the kick coverage and was involved in that tackle.
The Ardmore band has made the trip tonight, and credit them for hanging in there as they've continued to play and entertain the Ardmore fans over on their side, as well as the home fans here on the Capitol Hill side. Moore stays in the shotgun, high snap, recovers it quickly. Now he'll keep it, pulls it down, he'll run, loses his footing at the 20. He gets up to the 21-yard line. It'll be a gain of a couple.
Brought down by Keith Todd again. I'm sorry, go ahead.
The 23-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Linebacker Keith Todd that time for the Tigers. Busted play all the way is really, that's just an athletic move on the quarterback's part there to go up and even come down with the football, and it just ducked around, got what he could.
J.T. DeBerry along with Ryan Chandler out on the defensive squad. Bo Talley. Across the line, Kelby Price, Alan Benson, number 77, Ryan Fuller, and number 55, Tyler Parrish. As we have a timeout on the field, we'll take one as well as the third quarter comes to a close. It's 40-0. The Tigers lead. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Ball game up in the fourth quarter. It's 40-0. The Tigers lead. Starters have been out the entire second half, as we have not seen any of the Ardmore regulars, but we've got to see a lot of young talent. They look real good, and they've played well. Moore, almost intercepted, has tried to go over the top down the right side on a little slant pattern. And Cameron Swindoll, how do I say that? Swindoll?
You said it.
With the almost intercepted, but couldn't quite hold on to it. It'll be incomplete, and it'll be 4th down and 6, and the Redskins will punt it away.
Cameron is a good-looking player. Has had a lot of work at cornerback tonight for the Tigers, even from the start of the game there. He had quite a bit of playing time early on.
Wood Turner back deep for the Tigers. He's standing at midfield. As the punt snap is high, Tigers with a rush on. Wood Turner can't get to the football as it hits at the 40 and takes a Ardmore bounce and bounces out of bounds at the 38-yard line. So it'll be a short punt, and the Tigers will have good field position as they take over 1st and 10.
And the newest pack of Tigers coming onto the field now. Try to pick up these names as they continue to enter the ball game. I see Andy Mendoza has a clean uniform on. I think he might have played a little bit earlier. And also, I think Joe Boyer back in there, wide receiver.
We also want to remind everybody that even though we're playing Thursday night, the coaches show from the Prairie Kitchen on Saturday will still be at 8:30 Saturday morning live, as most teams will play tomorrow night around the area. We'll have that for you. The Mike Hellick Chevrolet coaches show is Jermaine Stubblefield on a pitch out to the right side. Gets past the line of scrimmage, gains 2, maybe 3 more yards. He'll get down to the 32-yard line, and it'll be 2nd down and 5.
Hey, have you seen the number 55? Have you mentioned Tyler Parrish?
Yes.
He's the one that's a head of taller than everybody else out there in the huddle right now, left tackle now.
We have mentioned Tyler Parrish as well as Andy Mendoza.
Tyler's a sophomore.
On the left side of the line now.
A lot of sophomores getting some playing time and some freshmen.
Lionel Jimenez under center, I formation. Joel Boyer and Austin Williams out here to the near side. Jimenez on a keeper around the left side was a broken up option.
That's just a good defensive play. Kyle Barnes there, the linebacker, just read that play from the start and wrapped up Lionel Jimenez. Really wouldn't allow him to make a pitch or anything, wrapped him up, threw him down. Are you allergic to Spiegel Stadium? Is that the...
Could be. Sorry about that. 3rd down and 6 from the 34-yard line as they send Wood Turner out to the far side. And now they'll move him all the way over to the near side. And they'll put number 22, Ryan Chandler, in the slot as they hand off to Stubblefield up the middle. And he'll gain 3, maybe 4 yards as he crosses the 30-yard line. It'll be 4th down and a yard, maybe 2 for the 1st down. And we've got some 3rd quarter stats.
And I'll just hit the highlights for you there, Terry. 48 plays, 353 yards of offense for the Tigers. Also point out that 14-yard pass from Lionel Jimenez to Austin Williams, the only scoring play there in the 3rd quarter. But that was a nice one, a good pass, and a good reception for Austin Williams.
Hey, that was Keith Todd on the carry. Since he's a freshman, I wanted him to get his due, you know.
As he does, Lionel Jimenez looks to pass, hits Williams out on the flat over to the left side, down to the 25-yard line. It'll be good for a 1st down. Move the chains, and the Ardmore Tigers on a roll. 1st and 10.
Yes, they are. I'm telling you what, these young guys looking pretty good. A lot of times you see a lot of sloppy play. About the time I say that, we'll start squirting the ball around and stuff. But they have come out and played well in the 2nd half. And Lionel Jimenez has done a great job of orchestrating.
Tigers have protected the football well tonight as well.
Sometimes the guys line up wrong, Lionel getting him in the right position prior to the snap.
Pitch out to Stubblefield. He cuts up inside and cuts back to the left as he goes down to the 15-yard line, and that'll be a gain of 6. They'll make it 2nd down and 4 for the Tigers. A nice piece of running there by Jermaine Stubblefield as he was going to the right, and he cut back to his left up to the middle of the field.
Good at making people miss, and then we saw him put his shoulder down and actually knocked a player out of the game earlier, lowering a shoulder pad, and then bounced another one over here. Well, the other guy that got hurt, I think he might have had something to do with that, but he's tough.
Tough physical play there. Lionel on the option to the left side, pitches out to Stubblefield, and the Redskins read it perfectly as they swarm down the line of scrimmage with him. It'll be a loss of a couple of yards, and we've got laundry all over the field. It'll be holding against the Tigers.
And Jermaine says, how can that be holding? Because nobody was blocking. He had about 4 Redskins in his face when he got the pitch and got to the corner.
So they'll mark the penalty off there. It'll be a costly one as they'll mark them back 10. And then from the point of the infraction, as there was no gain on the play, it's going to put them back at the 32-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and about 15. 6:42 left on the clock for this ball game. The Tigers will line up with a strong left side. Anthony Fuller in at the tight end position. Jimenez rolls to his right on a bootleg, throws it out into the up man. Ryan Chandler, the intended receiver, as it was incomplete. He had Austin Williams streaking down the right side, and Chandler coming across the middle. Incomplete. It'll be third down, and it's the same 15.
Third and long. And a chance to execute the offense in all kinds of game-type situations here is a third and long situation, which is something that every team has got to learn to overcome. Lionel Jimenez, as we said early in the season, did a great job coming in some tough situations and played well for the Tigers early. Certainly third and 15, not a problem for him.
Well, and I believe the coaches have agreed to go to the running clock as the clock started even after the incompletion. As Lionel back to pass, gets the ball tipped and intercepted, and number 99's gone. He's at the 40, 30, 20. He's in the pursuit. The Tigers bring him down at the 5-yard line. And credit Lionel Jimenez as he pushed Anthony Fuller into the what's his name? Tyler Greenlee, the number 99, the guy who caught it after the tip interception. And that was the only way he caught him to make the tackle.
Well, that's good hustle for both of those guys. Actually, 3 Tigers in pursuit. And Capitol Hill making something happen there. Got in there and blocked the pass play. And 99 was there, Tyler Greenlee to pick it off. And he's got good wheels, doesn't he?
He does.
For a big guy, he ran it pretty good.
He took off after that, and he was hard to catch. And had Lionel Jimenez not pushed number 80 in the back, and that gave Anthony Fuller that little boost of speed he needed to catch him. And he made the tackle right there at the 5-yard line. There's a timeout. It's the Redskins. They want to try to figure out how they can punch a score in. We're back after this on 95.7 KKJ. On the handoff to the left side, the big man stays on his feet, drives out, tries to kick outside. He drags 3 or 4 with him, and it'll be a gain of a couple of yards. Number 99, Tyler Greenlee, the ball carrier, hard to bring down.
Yeah, but he needs a break. I saw him in the timeout, came over and got a bottle of water, and he is gassed right now, and he's waving his hand, needs to come out, take a break. I like the coaching staff, though, for Capitol Hill, trying to give that guy the touchdown after he made the interception return right down inside the 5-yard line. And so tried to give it to him and sneak that one in, but he just didn't have enough gas to get it in there.
And he really gave good second, third, and fourth effort there on that play. On the first one, as Moore will come under center, he'll go to the pro set. Now he moves to the I. Number 23 dots the I. Moore backs and throws a fade pass into the end zone, and it's going to be knocked down and intercepted by the Tigers in the end zone on a tipped ball. And who was the
interceptor?
Number 16.
The interceptor was J.T. DeBerry, and was it Robert Gordon that tipped it up?
I believe so. But J.T. DeBerry comes down with it.
Wouldn't be Robert Gordon. Well, somebody tipped it. I don't know. It wouldn't be Robert Gordon at this point in the ball game. He wouldn't be playing.
But a great play and a great interception there as the tip ball brought down by DeBerry. And that'll be Tigers ball, 1st and 10 from the 20, so the shutout continues.
And that's where that hustle play for Fuller and Lionel Jimenez pays off there, as they're able to run him down prior to scoring there, and they turn him back. Big defensive play for the Tigers that time.
Able to overcome the turnover. 3:57 left in the ball game. 40-0 the score. I'm Terry Long with Billy Wallace and David Polk. The Tigers just going to run the clock and try to expire some things out. They hand off to the tailback. He comes through the middle, and he's still on his feet. He's still driving. No whistle. Now we get a whistle. And that's going to be number 44, Gerard Fields, with the carry. Nice fifth, sixth, seventh effort there from Drew.
3 minutes and counting.
2nd down and 5 from the 25-yard line. They'll send Austin Williams over here to the left side. Offset eye, the handoff to the first man through. That's Keith Todd, and he barrels his way forward. It'll be good for a first down, a gain of 6. And they'll mark it at the 31-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Tigers.
These guys are getting great effort really on both sides of the ball. I mean, you have to credit Capitol Hill as they have not thrown in the towel just yet, as we saw on that interception a while ago. And they're still out there fighting too, and this young bunch of Tigers making the most of their opportunities tonight.
2:30 left in the ball game. We'll try to get head coach Mike Lloyd immediately following the ball game. As this place doesn't give us much time for a post-game wrap-up, so we'll do the best we can. As they go off the right side, it'll be a gain of 4, as they'll mark it at the 35, 36-yard line. Make that a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I just hope Coach Lloyd's not upset with David Polk, because the coaches show didn't get on the air tonight, you know, and it was one of our better shows. I have to tell you, it was probably an award-winning show.
Well,
that
we
didn't
won't
make
tell
it on
the
air.
coach that it didn't get on the air.
Maybe he won't know that.
Lionel Jimenez under center. Billy, take that.
Well, thanks a lot. That was a handoff to Todd up the middle there, Terry, as you're directing traffic up here.
Well, and
short gain up the middle that time.
The PA announcer didn't know who Keith Todd was, so we want to make sure he gets his kudos here at the stadium as well.
Of course, we neglected him on the radio while we're getting the PA right.
Joel Boyer comes out here to the near side, as that number 8 stands out right now, as most of the uniforms are muddy and dirty. Jermaine Stubblefield over the right side, can't get outside. It'll be a loss of a yard. It'll be 4th down. Well, that was 4th down. Fourth and 6 for the Tigers with 44 seconds left on the clock.
Hey, that was Victor Fields on the carry.
Victor Fields.
Not Keith Todd. Number 36 got it.
All right.
Those 6 and 8s again.
As we're losing David Polk.
We're getting like every other word there.
Yeah. As Victor.
It's a first down, but there are penalty flags down.
Penalty flags everywhere. See what the call is, and they're going to call face mask against the Redskins, so it'll be a 15-yarder from the point of the infraction. That'll get them across midfield down to the 40-yard line in Redskin territory with 23 seconds left on the clock.
Remind everybody next week the big important district game as the Tigers travel to Altus, so we'll leave early and encourage all those that can't make the trip. It's quite a drive on a Friday afternoon, but to stay tuned to KKJ, and we'll try to keep you informed on what's going on as we look forward to that trip out there. They always treat us well.
And a Friday night football game instead of Thursday, as we've done 3 Thursday night games in a row. As they'll hand off to Fields out of the backfield, he'll get slammed to the turf as the clock expires. That's going to do it. Your final score, 40-0. The Tigers victorious over the Capitol Hill Redskins, and we'll keep it right here and see if we can get Coach Lloyd. And I'm not real sure, David. Let's check your microphone real quick.
You got me there?
Got you right now. If you'll stay right there, and get Coach Lloyd, we'll talk to him.
I got away from the stadium, and I think it cleared up a little bit.
All right, we'll be back after this and have Coach Lloyd right here on 95.7 KKJ. Allison. David Polk down on the sidelines, and can you talk to him now, David? You're going to have to wait.
Oh, sure, we're good right here. I'm down here with Coach Mike Lloyd, and we're back in this direction. Coach, 40-0. A good game. I think probably one of the important things tonight. We got through it. Nobody got hurt.
I think you're exactly right. I think kids had fun. Everybody got to play, and you know, when you come out injury-free, we can get ready for Altus now. We control our own destiny, no matter what happens tomorrow night. So, got to be pleased.
We'll get everybody back next week. You think the starters that are down this week and be ready to play?
I think we'll be 100% healthy. So, I mean, that's something we're going to be looking forward to, and you know, we're just looking forward to playing Altus. Our kids enjoy competing against Altus, and we'll see what happens.
A great rivalry, Coach, going all the way out to Altus. I know it's an all-day trip, but it's good for our kids, and they have a great time that day.
Yeah, they get focused on the road. I think we've lost 4 games in 5 years on the road, so our kids enjoy it. We're 4-0 the last 4 years against Altus. Hope to make it 5-0.
Look forward to it next week, Coach. We'll see you there.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you,
Hey, guys, down here on the field, 40-0, CB Spiegel Stadium. The Tigers are having a great time.
Thank you, David Polk, for that. The button starter and alternator sideline report. Button starter and alternator, get your batteries checked before the winter at no charge. Swing by Buttons, 28 North Commerce in Ardmore. And the final stats for